pool.
That really good.
And I didn't get that reference. I'm sorry, I just saw
Fifth
that.
element, beginning, when they're in the Egyptian
What does he say?
Aziz, light!
Oh.
It's really obscure. If you would have got it, I would have just made out with you right off the bat. It's probably better you didn't get that, actually.
That wouldn't have, I would have preferred to talk about the 10 pool instead of having your tongue down my throat, but, you know.
There you go. All right, so the big question here is, of course, what kind of pool do we see from Goswser? If he goes hatch first, bad news bears. If he goes spawning pool, like he does,
there it is.
he's in good shape. Now, the thing about a 10 pool is, yeah, you're sacking a little bit of econ to get that early batch of lings out, but it's made up because you get an earlier queen as well, and he's not going for gas, so it's not like some crazy all-in.
Right.
If he's facing a hatch first, he's going to look to challenge that. We saw this in the series against Sub. Actually, when I say we saw this, I unfortunately mean that you guys didn't because it wasn't broadcast, but I saw this because I watched it. I'm privileged. And again, it's more of a timing attack that's not necessarily an all-in. It should be drones behind this.
And 8 lings will be met by this Overlord coming in here like, whoa, sees the 4. Then the 2, we'll see another. Oh, there's even more coming out.
Yeah, now that hatchery that Goswser placed down is going to be a bit of a liability. If he doesn't have the hatchery, he's just making lings and a queen right now. He's like miles ahead, in my opinion. If he holds the hatchery, then okay, I understand. But he's making 6 lings right now, no queen. And he's going to be facing something like 14 lings.
Yeah, right now we have about 10 out with an additional 6 on the way. Excuse me, 4 on the way. And here they go, going to start to munch away. There's only going to be 4 to go up against the 6, but the drone's coming down too. Very smart. He should be able to take that no problem. And good decision by Jaedong to get out of there, but even great decision by Goswser to get the right units down there to defend it.
Yeah.
You're going to have this finish up anyway, getting the drones down. He's probably going to have to keep these drones down here to make sure, and here comes some additional lings, but there's still more on the way from Jaedong.
Yeah. I mean, look at all this mismining time, too. I mean, those drones, he has more of them, does Goswser, but not this much more, and they're all being cut into it right now. So the greater ling count is now getting lings on lings. That's really bad for Goswser. The drone's behind, not helping out nearly as much as he wants. It looks like Jaedong will disengage here, only to pull back into it, but Goswser will hold. And it's more of a straight trade in this sense, but now some lings are left over, but as the queen steps forward, it really shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, he'll get that done, no problem. Let's take a look at the status. In this, of course, Goswser grabbed his gas, but we still got a gasless build coming out for Jaedong, opting to get some additional queens. There we go, see the gas extractor thrown down. Queen number 1 from the main goes to the natural. And Zergling's still just kind of poking, getting some information.
I like this from Goswser. He knows it's a 10 pool. He knows at the time of those lings leaving it's a 10 pool, which means there's probably no gas behind it. So he's either going to go speedless Baneling or just speed with like pure lings behind it. I mean, if he's going to be aggressive, that's what I'm saying. So there's a speed. I'd like to see speed ling. I'd like to see him say, you know what, I don't think you have speed. At best, you're going to add multiple queens. I'm going to try to challenge that with my lings. But
I'll tell you what, his victory over Pult was because he knew when to turn that aggression on, and he knew not when to. So will that actually be something that benefits him right here? As he goes up the ramp, he meets the 4 lings and the queen. The queen obviously tipping the scales in favor of Jaedong here. But those speedlings will allow him to get some scouting information here, and actually not even speed yet. He gets 2 lings inside. We'll see the bailing nest, so knows what Jaedong could be following up as well. And honestly, he kind of needs it anyway from a defensive point of view.
Absolutely does. It's not aggressive from Jaedong. You'll notice the spawning pool is not quivering, or at least Goswser should. We have the production tab for ourselves, but that's defensive. And I'll tell you what, if he doesn't have that bailing nest, I think Goswser right now says, I'm pouring it on, I'm going for it. By seeing that bailing nest, he says, all right, yes, I have a speed advantage over you. Yes, I have a bailing nest, but I'm probably just going to drone up right now knowing that you are in position with your micro to hold me off.
And, I mean, Jaedong is spending on defense. Not only the inevitable bailing nest, which cost him the 50 gas to put down before the speed, which just started, but also this fine crawler at the front, so he's going to be throwing down some additional gas. Just take a look at the drones. 34 for Goswser to 28. Not a huge discrepancy, and it doesn't look like any aggression here from Goswser, as he more or less has the bailings there from defensive purposes. But he is a little bit ahead in terms of the drone count and the economy. So there we see the Roach Warren thrown down.
Yeah.
The alternative for Jaedong is to go ahead and drop down the Evo Chamber.
Yeah, Evo Chamber is sometimes a precursor to the Roach Warren. You'll get that +1 range attack start before the Roaches are even put down, really. But we can see the Roach Warren here for Goswser going down first, which is kind of interesting. And it's not in a forward position, so it's not like he's selling anything either. It's true Roaches. And I've seen him do a lot with the +1 roach timing attack. And again, it's just lacking that +1 attack. So I'm kind of interested to see why, or hear why rather, his read has gone this way. There's the roaches. So I think it's just a really fast roach attack.
This is that moment of time where I kind of wish that we had, you know, some sort of like brain.
Yeah.
You know, like we get, because Goswser did sneak in, saw
Like
2
Pam
additional
Oliver
gas. Right. Yeah. It's just he saw 2 additional gas, and I would have loved to known at that point what was running through his head.
Yeah.
You know, and seeing that. And he
You know what? That's a big moment right there. He just saw all the roaches. Now, if he sees those mid-map, I think Jaedong's dead. He sees them right now. He knows to make spine crawlers, and all of his larvae is going to be made into roaches right now. There it is, 6 more roaches, so he'll be fine. He should, well, he should be fine. I don't know if he will be, but my estimate is that by seeing it exactly at that time, he's in position with a quicker rally because his hatches are closer to the point of impact that he'll be able to recover. But if it's at the tower, he's in trouble.
And, I mean, he's going to have the Zergling follow-up to this. There are no Banelings out right now. +1 attack to be done before this engagement. I don't know, about 60 in-game seconds still left, so the answer is no. That one Spinecrawler goes down a little bit, I guess, late than
yeah, it is
I
late.
would have expected.
Absolutely late.
You know, the other thing, too, is that he kind of committed to the lair. And should he have canceled that lair, gotten a few more units out? I don't know.
Now supply block had a really bad time.
Yeah, this was bad. We talked about that aggression from Goswser, and he's going in for a lot of Banelings here, getting right in the heart of those roaches, and even more coming in now. Keep in mind, +1 is going to finish up here, but it looks like the roaches have pretty much all but been eliminated here for Jaedong and Goswser. Looking like he's going to be in great position.
Absolutely.
More Lings coming up here, and he should do some significant damage, if not just in the game right here.
He's going to be able to take the first game off of Jaedong today. He's going to wake the Tyrant. This is very aggravating, actually, because this attack is happening literally seconds before the +1 range attack will have finished. The Spine Crawlers would have finished. I mean, Jaedong would have been absolutely fine if this attack had come just a little bit later, but Goswser's so good at deciding when to pounce. He made this work, and the Banelings wandering in front of the roaches. We don't see that very effective very often, but in this case, it was super effective, and it's going to allow Goswser to get this first game off of Jaedong in a best of 5.
And Jaedong even split his roaches during that,
Yeah.
during that Baneling attack. Jaedong's going to pull out all the stops, and the Lings, the follow-up on the Lings is really where this hurts badly. As, he can keep a few inside the base, get some Banelings in there, but these roaches doing their damage. And where are we at in terms of 14 drones have been killed? They'll continue to do even more damage as all the Lings have been eliminated. Only 3 additional roaches coming out here for Jaedong. Excuse me, only 1 additional roach coming out for Jaedong.
Yeah, I mean, Jaedong's going to hold on, and he's going to fight more. Behind this, we actually had drones coming out for Goswser, but Goswser's done so much damage that he's kind of like, well, wait a second. This guy's not leaving, so I guess I'll stop making drones and switch back to roaches to end this thing, but that's really all it is. I mean, you'll notice Jaedong won't be upgrading at this point in time. He's not going to produce any units if he could. He's going to just make pure drones, but every drone he makes is recovering a loss that is insurmountable. I mean, again, in the In-Control tournament, we would cut to you and I. We'd be having a laugh. We'd probably stand up and start sharing a drink, talking about the great games and regaling over our past, but this game is over.
Yeah. Infestation pick going down for Goswser, also the 3rd base, and maybe I can get it with these 3 roaches. Not going to happen. +1 will also be done here for Goswser soon enough. And, I mean, right now, Goswser with this Overseer also sees what's going on, gets an idea of the drone count. Let's just take a look. 47-41. So the problem is that Goswser being as ahead as he is, it will be kind of that snowball rolling down the hill.
So Jaedong is down 6 drones, but he's also down 40 supply.
Right.
So guess where that other supply is?
Yeah, exactly.
Good job.
Do the math.
Yeah.
And 3 roaches running for their dear life. We'll focus on the lives of these 3 roaches
Oh
here,
God,
since
guys,
there's not
they're
much
coming.
else. Oh, I got friends here. This is great.
Get everyone you can.
And this is going to be it.
Jaedong. Well, I mean, you know what? The flip side is Jaedong gets behind insta-GGs and leaves and is really mad. And I don't like that.